name is Yanji, and I'm a PhD student at Cornell. I work with Ari on blockchain-related research, and we're trying to explore how blockchains and NFTs reshape our lives from security and privacy perspectives. And today, I'm excited to talk about how we can achieve NFT fair jobs with decentralized identities. So, as Ari has already introduced a little bit on NFT jobs. So an NFT job is basically a release of a collection of NFTs. And usually before the job, the project team will make a public announcement. For example, this is a job ongoing, and it will clearly state the exact date, time, amount of NFTs in the collection, and also the price for each NFT in the collection. For collectors to get prepared to participate in. However, this enables scalper bots to exploit jobs. This is pretty similar to online jobs of concert tickets and sneakers of limited editions as well. So basically, creating a scalping bot is not that hard. Think about the process you make an online purchase. So all you need to do is simply to make a few mouse clicks to select the item you want to purchase and fill in your payment information. And this whole process can just be automated by a computer program, or in other words, we call it a bot. And this is mostly similar to the bots in the NFT markets as well, except that for different user interfaces. For example, you need to go through wallets like MetaMask. But bots can actually make purchases way faster than human behavior. So it's really hard for normal people to compete with bots in those jobs. And bots purchase NFTs in large amounts and later resell them at much higher prices due to high demand among collectors. So to give you some sense of how effective NFT bots are, so we can see that the data from the Time Magazine NFT job last year, 24% of the NFTs were actually just held by 100 addresses. And later, Identities tried to combat bots by limiting each address to just 2 NFTs. And someone very clever, he managed to spin up many addresses via a smart contract. And that smart contract actually eventually acquired over hundreds of NFTs. And this is super disturbing for the normal collectors who are interested in the artwork, and also disturbing to artists from our interview of some well-regarded artists in the market. So, since jobs and scalpers are not the new concept in the NFT market, what are the lessons we can learn from the non-NFT market? Well, even if you haven't purchased a sneaker of limited edition, you probably have seen long lines outside a Nike store. Each customer that eventually make into the store is limited to buy just one pair. Well, this seems to be an effective mechanism to prevent scalpers, except that to participate, you have to get prepared for the long waiting night in the line. Okay, so anyway, a straightforward solution from history to us to prevent NFT scalpers seems to be rely on identities. And basically, instead of requiring collectors to physically present their identities to NFT project teams, we want to establish identities in the decentralized blockchain world. So we call this established identity decentralized identity. And basically, we have an authority known as an issuer. It could be just the same functionality of a DMV or the Social Security authorization. They create a digital identity document or any other credential and issue it to a user. Then the user can use the credential to participate in NFT jobs. Unfortunately, we will be able to enforce one NFT per person policy. However, there's still 2 technical challenges in this workflow I just described. First, decentralized identity systems don't exist yet. So there's no meaningful credential issuer in this workflow. So take the Social Security Administration in the US as an example. It's not likely that the Social Security Administration is going to act as an issuer for decentralized identity cards anytime soon. And then another challenge is privacy. So blockchain is all about bringing people that don't trust each other into one marketplace, transact with each other, and make applications. But identity documents usually involve privacy-sensitive information that you don't really want to share with people you don't trust. So if an NFT job requires you to reveal your identity information to the whole network, that sounds super terrifying, right? So to address those two challenges, we utilize a cryptographic tool called Privacy Preserving Oracle. This technology originates from our research group, and there are basically two main protocols achieving this goal, namely Tanqueray and Deco. I'm not going to go into details of how these protocols work, but the key point here is to note that those tools enable me to prove what my social security number is to a third party without modifying existing, for example, the SSA website. And upon that, we can additionally utilize magical cryptography to hide the sensitive information on the identity document so that a user is now issued an authentic credential without revealing her actual, for example, social security number to anyone else. Now Alice can just use this issued credential. You can think of it as a cryptographically transformed social security number to participate in a bot-resistant NFT job. In this way, we can enforce privacy-preserving one NFT per person policy. And early this year, we used this technology to run a raffle for an NFT created by a well-regarded digital artist, Zach Lieberman. And starting from this point, we can prevent bots in the NFT jobs. So furthermore, what can we do for collectors and also NFT artists? So a natural research question pops up. Can we build a distribution policy engine? For example, can we further cap price escalation of NFTs? Can we offer discounts to established NFT artists? Can we reward social media promotion? Because eventually the NFT market gives a lot of power to the artists and collectors in the marketplace without an intermediate agent. So why can't we make use of this advantage to give them the free choice to curate what kind of policies they favor? Okay, that concludes my talk, and thank you for listening, and we hope to together build a better world for the NFT. Thank you for the question. So, well, a short answer I think is still honest way. A long answer, I think this is for me, it's an accumulative process. So, for example, I feel like I get into this field more and more, starting from when I get into learn about consensus, learn about Ari introduced me to that idea of anchored NFT, which is pretty, because I don't have that kind of artistic talent here in my personality. So yeah, it's kind of very novel thing to me to learn. And also I learned, I'm also very excited about generative arts on blockchains, because it's I read an article before, it's about how the NFTs creates a new challenge for artists to do generative arts. For example, it's you need to make, because originally, if without blockchain, it's generative art, the artists get to select what is the output from your algorithm. But now if you put your algorithm completely on-chain, it's kind of got partially out of the control of the artist. So it's not there's new challenge for artists to make sure that their algorithm is stable, is creating more, can generate more various results. So I think this is really novel thing about NFTs, and yeah, thank you.